sugar is wet, a physical change causes the sugar's hydrogen atoms to cling to just about anything. So while the other solutions slid down the 75-degree slope of our windshield, the extra stickiness of the sugar helps the beet molecules stay in place. The result? Less work for you and an evenly melted windshield. And incredibly, some tests have shown that beet juice has a freezing point at 25 below zero, meaning it could even melt ice on an average day at the North Pole.
Salt water and beet juice. There you go. Sweet and salty.
And good for the environment.
Actually, well, I mean, better than some of the chemicals.
Sure.
All right, let's tell you where you're going to need all that brilliant knowledge.
Because of the winter storm, our winter weather expert Tom Nizzle in the lab for more on that. Hey, Tom.
Hey, guys, I love that brainstorm segment. Coming from the north, one other thing for de-icing, one of the greatest gifts I like to buy people, remote car starters in the winter. Start that car 5 minutes ahead of time, get the heater going, and by the time you get out, it's warmed up. Speaking of the winter weather, though, just take a look at the snow that is going to come down from this system here. This is the snowfall from Gorgon. You can see the Great Lakes are lit up with as much as 18 inches of snow on places like the Tug Hill Plateau. But along this entire swath from the northern Rockies down through the plains to the east coast, that track of the storm is going to put snowfall down here, as much as 8 inches of snow in parts of the plains here. And here's the culprit. This is the low pressure system, a clipper system. It's moving very rapidly right along this Arctic boundary here. And as it does so, it provides enough lift in the atmosphere to squeeze out moisture in the form of snowfall. The cold air is being brought to you by this strong 1059 millibar high pressure system, and it brings all that Arctic air down from the North Pole pretty much across the east here. And by the way, Wednesday, you not only have the cold air in here, but you've got some pretty strong winds as well. Temperatures by Wednesday morning, Chicago, you'll be lucky to get into the positive numbers with temperatures running close to 30 degrees below normal. Take a look at Memphis, 31 degrees for a high. And overnight, Wednesday night into Thursday morning, Chicago's temperature will get down to 14 below. Nashville down to 7 degrees for an overnight temp. And even along the coast in Charleston, warm Charleston, 19 degrees for that overnight low. This is the lake effect. This is occurring off the east end of Lake Ontario in the town of Altmar. They're probably going to get about 18 to 24 inches out of this. There's Altmar right now, the heaviest band just north of Syracuse. For anybody traveling upstate New York on the I-81 corridor in here, be prepared. Some very rough travel conditions and lake effect snow. We'll keep you updated here throughout the day, guys. Send it back to you.
All right, Tom, an awful lot of information still to come on this storm that's going to make so many changes this week for people. That's going to do it for us this morning on AMHK.
Weather Center Live is going to pick it up with Jen Carafagno and Chris Warren. And we're going to see you back here tomorrow. Tuesday.
Have a great day, everybody. Have an amazing day, everybody. Chris and Jen have it all handled. So tomorrow, more of this.
Currently in our area, 79 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, cloudy with showers. High 80. Winds north-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of rain 40%. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies. Slight chance of a rain shower. Low 70. Tuesday, afternoon showers. High 80. Chance of rain 30%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
It's here, the first full week of a new year, and there's a new winter storm to kick off 2015.
After bringing blizzard conditions in some areas, including parts of the west and the plains, we're going to show you where Winter Storm Gorgon is going next, including some spots like Chicago.
Hey, good morning, everyone, from a ice-cold Chicago, Illinois. I'm meteorologist Mike Bettis. Hey, coming up, we're going to talk about how much snow comes to the Windy City and what we did this morning in the city that we haven't done in 327 days. Stick around, it's coming up.
Oh, get ready to start the new year with some very chilly temperatures. We're talking back-to-back Arctic air blasts. We're going to show you exactly where that cold is coming from and how long this chilly air invasion will last.
Good morning, Happy New Year, and thanks for joining us today. I'm Chris Warren.
And I'm Jen Carfagno. So officially, you're back to work, and winter has certainly made a comeback. Only 2 weeks old officially, but we are talking about our 7th named winter storm.
And with it, a lot of potential problems with this. Take a look at a lot of the watches and warnings. Winter Storm Gorgon here. Winter storm watches, advisories, and warnings from Ohio, in fact, parts of Michigan, all the way up into the northern plains.
Let's get right to it. Winter Storm Gorgon from our winter weather expert, Tom Nizzle.
That's right, guys. I'll tell you what, Gorgon is going to have quite a track across the U.S. Let's take a look at where we are now. This is moisture in the atmosphere from our satellite, and you can see this big area of moisture right here that is going to translate into snowfall across the northern Rockies first. This is all being brought to you by this really strong upper-level jet in the atmosphere. This is up around 20,000 feet. The wind speeds in here are over 150 miles an hour. The jet stream oftentimes is referred to as kind of the racetrack that the surface low-pressure systems take as they move across the country. This low is going to go very rapidly across the Central Plains and the Mid-Atlantic and off the East Coast as we go into that Tuesday and Wednesday morning time frame. And look at the swath of snow it puts down. Back here across Central the Plains and places like Des Moines, Iowa, and to Davenport, as much as 5 to 8 inches of snow. And even Chicago, you're going to come into play with 3 to 5 inches of snow. As it goes eastward here, the Great Lakes are going to add some moisture to the snow with as much as 18 inches occurring to the east of Lake Ontario in places like the Tug Hill. Let's watch our computer model go forward in time here, showing what the radar will look like as we go into the afternoon. Now, Des Moines, as we get into this evening, your evening rush hour is going to be marked by snowfall. Into Chicago, that's not going to occur until well after dark here, and that's good news. And by the way, Chicago, that snow will be out of there by morning, so you kind of dodge a bullet there. As we get into Tuesday morning, the snow translates over to places like even Washington, D.C. and to Baltimore. And then as we go through the day Tuesday and into the evening, this all will here at the Weather Channel. I'll send it back to you.
Tom, thank you. Winter storm, this thing is taking aim at Chicago, moving in tonight and bringing with it nearly a half a foot of snow in the coming days.
But what's already there? The cold. As is meteorologist Mike Bettis. He's live there. Looks like next to Chicago River. Mike, looks like it's steaming behind you.
It's amazing. It is so cold out here. It's 3 degrees below zero, but the Chicago River is still unfrozen. And so you get this almost Halloween-like steam that comes off the river this morning. It's a little spooky, right? But maybe that's just some evidence of how cold it is this morning. We've gone 7 straight hours below zero this morning. It's the first time in 327 days, got to go all the way back to mid-February, that we've been 3 degrees below zero or colder. I think it's kind of like payback for what we had in December, which was an incredibly mild month. Didn't even pick up but a trace of snow for the entire month. Now we're paying the price so far this month. We've already had some several inches of snow, and obviously the temperatures have cooled down significantly. But the big story is, as Tom Nizzle was mentioning, snow is moving back in, happens tonight, and folks here couldn't be happier about it.
I love the weather. I'm so excited that it's snowing out right now. I'm just going for a walk because I love the snow so much.
Okay, that may not be the consensus necessarily, but, you know, if you live here in Chicago, you expect the snow. You know it comes with the territory this time of year. The timing on it is pretty much ideal here, Jen and Chris. Happens tonight after dinner time, lasts through the overnight, and then should be gone by tomorrow morning. By the time you get up, it'll stop snowing, but not before maybe as much as 5 inches. So be prepared for that. It'll be the biggest snow we've had so far this season.
And Mike, have you seen anybody out running? You say people are good with it, and I've been in Chicago in the cold.
Are you kidding
And they go out, they'll run at anything.
Listen, I know that they like their fitness here in Chicago. I've not seen a single person exercising this morning. Everyone's got their big fur hats on. They're walking like this, you know, down the sidewalk. If you're jogging this morning, hats off to you because it is a brutally cold morning. But don't forget, I mean, in this kind of weather, if you're exercising, you got to take the precautions. Make sure that you're warming up, maybe some warm fluids into the body before you exercise. And then once you get back inside, warm up as quickly as possible. Keep those limbs and those muscles nice and relaxed and warm.
All right, meteorologist Mike Bettis, thank you very much there in downtown Chicago. And you know it's cold when you look at where this cold air is coming from. Let's go to Jen with that.
I know, Chris. Take a look at this. This is why people are not running outside in Chicago or Minneapolis or anywhere across the upper Midwest. The temperatures up here across northern Canada well below zero. Look at where this cold air is coming from. Straight from the North Pole, due south, coming all the way down into the lower 48, and the next round of cold air is coming in here as well from the same region. This is North Pole cold, and we're going to see that come in again with another shot of it on Wednesday. So temperatures again are going to go sub-zero through the mornings. The overnights are going to be frigid, and then daytime highs barely getting above zero in places like Minneapolis and Chicago again on Wednesday. Chris.
And Jen, for so many places, it's the coldest air of this season. In fact, tens of millions of Americans over 8 states will be dealing with that this morning. Meteorologist Mike Seidel is live in Minneapolis. Mike.
Good morning, Chris. And you think it's cold this morning. We'll let you know how cold it's going to get even colder by Wednesday.
Hello, I'm an Idaho potato farmer, and our big Idaho potato truck is still missing. So my buddy here is going to help me find it. Here we go! It's out there somewhere, spreading the word about America's favorite potato, heart-healthy Idaho potatoes, and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women campaign. If you see it, I hope you'll let us know. Always look for the Grown in Idaho seal.
Your mom's got your back. Your friends have your back. Your dog's definitely got your back. But who's got your back when you need legal help? We do. We're LegalZoom. And over the last 10 years, we've helped millions of people protect their families and run their businesses. We have the right people on hand to answer your questions, backed by a trusted network of attorneys. So visit us today for legal help you can count on. LegalZoom. Legal help is here.
When it comes to good nutrition, I'm no expert. That would be my daughter.
Hi, Dad.
She's a dietitian. And back when I wasn't eating right, she got me drinking Boost. It's got a great taste, and it helps give me the nutrition I was missing, helping me stay more like me.
Boost Complete Nutritional Drink has 26 essential vitamins and minerals, including calcium and vitamin D to support strong bones, and 10 grams of protein to help maintain muscle, all with a delicious taste.
Grandpa!
Stay strong, stay active with Boost.
Homer, did I ever tell you I'm getting too old for it?
Sunday. Frustrations mount as the prospectors come up empty.
The area we've been digging is not producing. I'm feeling the pressure.
And Craig gets a little too close for comfort.
Your hair's sticking straight up.
Crazy. Is it really?
What should we do?
We out here?
Prospectors, new episode Sunday night at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 79 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, cloudy with showers. High 80. Winds north-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of rain 40%. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies. Slight chance of a rain shower. Low 70. Tuesday, afternoon showers. High 80. Chance of rain 30%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Treacherous highway in the world to experience the high risk of heavy rescue. Highway Through Hell, Sundays at 10 on the Weather Channel.
Home, Dad.
Thanks, buddy.
Does he know what he's doing?
He knows what he's doing.
Ready, Star Command. Prepare for launch.
This should be good.
To infinity!
We all have a Disney side.
Everyone in the car, let's go get them.
And the best place to show it is Disney Parks. So come to the place where the entire family can laugh, let loose, and play together. Disney Parks. Come on, it's time to show your Disney side.
Why do you want to do your taxes now with Jackson Hewitt? Because you need a free $50 Walmart e-gift card so you can share the joy of getting your taxes done. Now get a free $50 Walmart e-gift card when you do your taxes with Jackson Hewitt at Walmart.
If you suffer from a dry mouth, then you'll know how uncomfortable it can be. But did you know that the lack of saliva can also lead to tooth decay and bad breath? Well, there is Biotene, specially formulated with moisturizers and lubricants. Biotene can provide soothing relief, and it helps keep your mouth healthy, too. Biotene, for people who suffer from a dry mouth.
Our Name Your Price tool helps. Oh, Jamie, you got a little something on the back of your shoe there.
Price tag. Danger. Price tag. Alert. Price tag.
Hey, guys.
Price tag. Alert.
Is this normal? Well, Progressive is a price tag free zone. We let you tell us what you want to pay, and we help you find options to fit your budget.
Alert.
Where are they taking them?
Price tag. Alert.
I don't know.
This seems excessive.
Decontamination in progress.
I don't want to tell you guys your job, but...
Policies without the price tags. Now that's Progressive.
The coldest era of the winter season invades 2/3 of the country this season. With it, some dangerously cold wind chills. Some areas temperatures running 20 to 35 degrees below average. And it's cold this time of year.
It's cold this time of year. When you go below average this time of year, it is frigid. Our Mike Seidel is there in the heart of it in Minneapolis. Mike, temperatures struggling to get to zero even.
That's the case today. We will probably get up there a few degrees above zero late this afternoon, but it was a year ago, the first Monday after the holidays, first Monday in January, where we had our coldest day of the entire winter. Here in Minneapolis, the high was only 12 below zero. That's cold. We're going to do better than that today. But so now we deal with the coldest year so far this season. But it's going to get even colder by Wednesday morning here in Minneapolis, St. Paul. We were at 11 below earlier. We're down to 10 below, or up to 10 below. Our wind chill right now is at 26 below zero. But by Wednesday morning, our lows here will drop down to around 14 to 15 below zero. So even colder Wednesday, and those wind chills will be maybe cold enough to close schools. Take a look at the cold streets this morning. Folks bundled up, layered up, covering up just about anything they can, and all the exposed flesh, maybe their eyeballs in their mouth, like me. I mean, otherwise it feels like you're gonna, your face is gonna crack. And we talked to a couple of girls yesterday, hoping they wouldn't have to go to school.
I feel I just want to stay inside. I hope they cancel school tomorrow. And it's too cold out here. It's ridiculous.
Super, super cold, like 10. Like, it's like really, really, really cold outside. Like, I wasn't even going to come outside, but it's super cold. Even though I've been in Minnesota my whole life, I still can't take this cold.
Well, it wasn't enough to close schools today, Jen. The new rules are of engagement at 6:30 a.m. here in Minneapolis. The wind chill has to be 35 below zero or colder. We didn't quite make it, so they're in school today. And they're staying warm, I'm hope. No recess today.
Inside recess. Mike Seidel, thank you. We'll be checking back in with Mike through the morning. Chris, these are tough kids. If they have to go to school outside, walking to the bus stop, unless the wind chill is colder than 30 below or 35 below.
So if it's 30 below, we're good.
Right.
Don't worry about it. We're going to make it. That certainly is cold. Also dealing with the cold in St. Louis right now. Not looking too bad, but again, this is what you're feeling. That's going to be the big story this week across much of the country. And as we look at St. Louis, your average low this time of year, right around 24 degrees. That's what you would expect it to be. It varies a little bit, but that's what you'd expect. And then on Thursday morning, the low, 3. It is going to be cold, and it's getting colder. So this is a big Arctic cold shot, and it's going to last mid to late week. In fact, the cold air is going to be hanging around for a while, but the most intense cold we're going to see coming in the next few days. The lows tomorrow, first just look at all these dashes here. So looking at numbers below zero, lots of negatives on the map. Again, Wednesday morning, Thursday morning now, we're looking at some very cold temperatures into the Northeast. New York, you're heading off to work, going to school, 10 degrees. That's it. We're looking at some very cold temperatures. Also, all the way down into the south. Temperatures will be in the teens, but the northern locations Wednesday morning, Jen, bottoming out 14 below zero.
We have to wait till next week to see overnights warming up a little bit there. Now, coming up this morning, it's better, but not where it needs to be. That's the news from this season's first snowpack survey in the Sierra. What does it mean in terms of the drought? A look at where things stand for California's critical source of water.
Hurry! There's a hot offer for heartburn sufferers. Now try Zantac free at ZantacOffers.com. Hurry! It's free this week only. No pill relieves heartburn faster. Get Zantac free at ZantacOffers.com.
Worry less. Trust more. Encourage positive chewing habits with chew toys at PetSmart. Buy one, save 50% on all new Nylabone Flavor Frenzy dog chew toys. Only at PetSmart.
Our eyes. They have a 200-degree range of sight, which is good for me. Hey! And bad for the Barkley twins.
Your brain can send information to the rest of your body at 268 miles an hour. 3 times the speed of a fastball.
Take care of your most important parts with Centrum. Multivitamins expertly designed with nutrients people don't get enough of from food alone. Centrum, for the most important parts of you.
Andrew, Rita, Sandy. Meet Chris, Jackie, Joe. Minor damage or major disaster. When you need us most, we're there. State Farm. We're a force of nature, too.
Homer, did I ever tell you I'm getting you over it?
Sunday. Frustrations mount as the prospectors come up empty.
The area we've been digging is not producing. I'm feeling the pressure.
And Craig gets a little too close for comfort.
FAU's Lifelong Learning Society in Jupiter is a great place to learn something new. It offers affordable university-level courses for adults of all ages with no homework, no tests, and no stress. There are one-day lectures or 4, 6, and 8-week courses. Course and lecture topics are taught all year round and include a variety of liberal arts subjects. Take only the courses you want, then sit back, relax, and enjoy. Visit us online to learn more and start your tomorrow today.
Hey, what are you doing?
I was thinking about taking the speed test from Comcast Business.
Oh, yeah? If they can't give us faster internet or save us money, they'll give us $150?
Sounds like a win-win.
Guys, faster internet? I have never been on the internet, and I am doing pretty well.
Does he even work here?
Don't listen to the naysayer. Take the Comcast Business Speed Test. Get faster speeds or more savings, or we'll give you $150. Comcast Business. Built for business.
And shipping is always free.
Visit DealDash.com and start bidding today.
The Weather Channel unearths the investigations, the mysteries.
Nobody was flying the plane.
Why planes crash tonight at 9 here on the Weather Channel.
Stay tuned for your local on the 8th, brought to you by Bosch Icon Wiper Blades with ClearMax 365.
If you're driving and you can't see clearly for 1 second at 60 miles per hour, you can't see clearly for 88 feet. And a lot can happen in 88 feet. That's why Bosch created the new Icon with ClearMax 365. It's a rubber technology for longer lasting performance, not found on any other wiper blade. Because like you, Bosch cares about what's ahead.
Currently in our area, 80 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, cloudy with showers. High 80. Winds north-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of rain 40%. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies. Slight chance of a rain shower. Low 70. Tuesday, afternoon showers. High 80. Chance of rain 30%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Is underway in Hawaii after a winter storm of their own. In Honolulu, heavy rain and fierce winds blew roofs off homes and damaged businesses this weekend. And in Maui, the storm downed trees and power lines.
Also on the Big Island, blizzard warning was in effect for some time on some of the higher peaks there. Mauna Loa Summit saw a peak wind gust, 155 miles an hour. It's not what caused this right here. This is something else there on Oahu. But certainly, whether you're up on a summit or you have some of the wind gusts down below, it can cause some problems in Hawaii.
They're pretty active, actually, around the country. We're going to go to the next system we're tracking, which is moving across the lower 48. This one in Alberta Clipper, Grogan is the name of this winter storm.
And we are watching it. With it is going to come something that you don't see. It's what you feel, the cold air.
Exactly. Now, before we get to that, we start with some lake effect, which I find pretty fascinating. Look at how long-running these lake effect snow bands are. If you measure it out, one, air crossing over Lake Superior, off of Lake Huron, over Lake Ontario. This is more than 800 miles that we can track these lake effect snow bands. Very fascinating, and actually, unfortunately, you will get some new snow out there to affect travel in spots, so heads up on that today. Then we go to the next winter storm, which is Gorgon. And as we track this one, we see the winter storm warnings already up across western Montana. Also, we're going to be watching its track across more than 1,500 miles across the country. Right now, we've got snow in Montana. We're going to see that spread. Clippers are notoriously very fast moving, and we will see that move right across the upper Midwest today, tonight, and tomorrow. Chris, over to you.
And Jen, snow is needed so bad in California. Take a look at the Sierra Nevada snowpack. That's what we're going to look at right now, because there have been some storms, did bring some rain to lower elevations and snow to some of the higher elevations. But where the snowpack should be on this date in the northern Sierra Trinity region is 53% of average. Now that might sound at least optimistic. I mean, you're getting closer to average. However, every day you go beyond this without snow, that percentage is now compared to that date. So that number likely to go down. So if you don't get any more snow for the rest of the season, that percentage is going to be very small compared to average. So more snow is certainly needed here. And as we look, we head down south of Tahoe in the central Sierra Nevada mountains, 40%. So even lower here. And then heading down a little bit farther to the south as well. You can see down Fresno, down into Bakersfield. You get up into the mountains from there. This is now the southern Sierra Nevada region. And this is 45% of average. Again, keep in mind that does count up to this date. And we have to get all the way through into the early spring to see where the snowpack comes from, because California, a third of the water supply comes from that snow. So it is so important. There is more snow, though, in the mountains this year compared to last year. In fact, you can see that from space. January 3rd versus this year versus last year. Just if you look closely, you can see more of that snow, the white in the Sierra Nevadas, but also, Jen, something else that stands out here, more green in the lower elevations.
Yeah, that's actually what stands out the most, is that difference, more green this year than last year. Well, it's a trend that we would like to see continue for California, but unfortunately now, over the next week or two anyway, the direction of the storm track seems to be the northwest, and it could be too much up here at once. We've got some flood concerns in the northwest to talk about. Now, Seattle for us, raining at the moment, is 52 degrees. It's a bit windy at times. Winds are gusting to 25 miles per hour, and look at all this rain we've got coming on in. There is concern that this will be too much for some of the rivers to keep hold of. What you notice too, as we look at this radar, is that there's not a lot of snow popping up on the Cascades. Snow levels are very high. This is in general a pretty warm storm coming in here to the northwest, so it's a whole lot more rain than anything else. The rain is going to be on the order of inches, and there are flood watches posted for northwestern portions of Washington state. You can see what's happening as we get this moisture continuing to stream right in here. You know, the bulk of the energy is still out over the Pacific, but we're just getting this continued motion of moisture moving in, and it's going to keep us wet for at least the first half of today right across the Seattle area, if not into the commute home from work. Chris.
Jen, still ahead, we're dealing with dangerous cold and then even more dangerous travel conditions because of the Weather Channel's latest winter storm that we're watching here. Going to make travel very difficult from the northern plains into the northeast.
Guess what goes really well with eggs? Pillsbury Grand's biscuits make breakfast even better. Grand's biscuits make breakfast pop.
Saving and smiling. That's how I start the year. With tons of stuff on rollback, clearance, and more at Walmart. And that really puts a smile on my face.
Thousands of items on rollback and clearance, in-store and online.
Each year, 17 billion toilet paper tubes are thrown away in the U.S. alone. That's enough to fill the Empire State Building. Twice. Now there's Scott Naturals tube-free bath tissue. Get the premium softness you need without the wasteful tube. Toss the tube for good with Scott Naturals tube-free.
She inspires you. No question about that. But your erectile dysfunction? That could be a question of blood flow. Cialis Tadalafil for daily use helps you be ready anytime the moment's right. You can be more confident in your ability to be ready. And the same Cialis is the only daily ED tablet approved to treat ED and symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently or urgently. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines, and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any allergic reactions like rash, hives, swelling of the lips, tongue, or throat, or difficulty breathing or swallowing, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and a free 30-tablet trial.
Dad, I know I haven't said this often enough, but thank you.
Thank you, Mom, for protecting my future.
Thank you for being my hero and my dad.
Military families are uniquely thankful for many things. The legacy of USAA Auto Insurance could be one of them. If you're a current or former military member or their family, get an auto insurance quote and see why 92% of our members plan to stay for life.
It's easy to buy insurance and forget about it. But the more you learn about your coverage, the more gaps you might find. Like how you thought you were covered for this.
Check it out, Mom.
When you're really only covered for this. Or how you figured you're covered for this when you're actually paying for this.
Danger. Warning.
You might be surprised at what's hiding in your coverage. Talk to farmers and get smarter about your insurance.
Danger.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Homer, did I ever tell you I'm getting you over it?
Sunday. Frustrations mount as the prospectors come up empty.
The area we've been digging is not producing. I'm feeling the pressure.
And Craig gets a little too close for comfort.
Your hair's sticking straight up.
Is it really?
What should we do?
We out here?
Prospectors, new episode Sunday night at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 80 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, cloudy with showers. High 80. Winds north-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of rain 40%. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies. Slight chance of a rain shower. Low 70. Tuesday, afternoon showers. High 80. Chance of rain 30%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
on camera.
Oh my God.
Tonight, tomorrow night, every weeknight. Wild weather at 8 on the Weather Channel.
All right, check this out. This is Hays, Kansas, as 2 inches of snow came down, but it was stirred up by 45-mile-per-hour winds.
Was that at a zoo, or was that just how things roll in Hays, Kansas?
I think both.
Is that what's going on there? Roads quickly covered in white and tough to see. Traffic on Interstate 70 at some point slowing down to 30 miles per hour. Drive slow in stuff like this. Even if it's flat, your car's got a lot of momentum if you're trying to stop.
Oh, for sure. The woolly mammoth making a comeback there, I think, in that.
What's happening there?
It's cold out there, and it's going to snow. We've got a lot going on. Thanks for staying with us on Weather Center Live. I'm Jen Carfagno.
And I'm Chris Warren. We're dealing with a big winter storm. It's going to be a fast mover, but we're looking at some pretty big impacts from this. Right now, a live look at a couple of the big cities that do need to have a heads up today because of this winter storm. Minneapolis, Detroit. Detroit's already looking icy there. You see the ice in the water. Michigan Avenue, that looks cold as well. You can see some of that leftover snow and the flags blowing over Michigan Avenue here looking pretty chilly, Jen. So the big